It will reflect, yes. Then what else? So what happens is, when you incident light on this, so there are three possibilities. Okay, the first one, as you all said now, first one is reflection. Okay, so this is quite common. Second one, what might be the second one? What might be the second one? Second one is someone diffraction. Okay, yeah, correct. So before that, I'll write one more term, that is sorry, absorbance. Okay, and third one is refraction. Fourth one is transmittance. I'll explain what is this. The first one, reflection. You know that when a light falls on a body, automatically the light will reflect. For example, mirror, correct? Almost every light will reflect so that you can see yourself in the mirror. Okay, so this is reflection. Next, what is refraction? Refraction means light will go, but little bend you can observe. Actually, light should go in this way, but it will change the path bit. So that is called refraction, a bending of light. Absorbance, for example, if there is some body like this, okay, and when light enters to this, some part of the light will be absorbed by the material. Okay, so that is absorbance. And transmittance means light will travel as it is. There is no change. For example, if you have a window, okay, you'll be having a glass, right? So the entire light will be coming towards you, right? That's because it has very high transmittance. Okay, and if you observe, if you have very good sunlight, and ಮನೆಯ ವಿಂಡೋವನ್ನ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ವಿಂಡೋವನ್ನ ಮುಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಬಿಸಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಯಾಕೆ because some of the light will be absorbed by the window, okay, and some of the light will be reflected and some of the light will be refracted. Okay, so these are the four properties, but we'll be mainly concentrating on refraction and reflection. Okay, now I'll ask you one question. Okay, for example, under the sun, like maybe around at 11:30 a.m. in the morning, we'll park two cars. Okay, so one car is black and one more car is white. Which one will get heat up fast? Which one will be hotter inside? ಯಾವ ಕಾರಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಸಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಕಾರ ವೈಟ್ ಕಾರ? Okay, it's black color, correct? So black color will have more heat. This will have more heat compared to white, correct? Can you tell me why white is so? Why black colored car have more, which absorbs more light? Or no, that's the answer. Okay. Generally, black color. Okay. Actually, I'm stating a wrong. I'm saying something wrong here. I will explain that later. Okay. This black. Okay. Black will absorb all the radiation. All the light. Correct. So that's why it will have more heat inside the car. But white color, it will have more reflection. Sorry, more reflection. Here more absorbance. Here more reflection. So what happens? Generally, white colored car will have less heat inside the car. Okay, that's why white color car will generally have more resale value compared to black, because black color or any other color fading will happen. But in white color, there is no fading of the color. Correct? So that is why white color cars are more preferred. For example, if you go for the temple, okay, somewhere in some of the temples they put white path. White path will be there. Now all people will walk along this white path. Why? Because this will be cooler compared to the black, correct? So that's why. That's the same reason, because white will reflect all the light, but black will absorb all the colors. Can you tell me how many colors are there in a white light? White light, how many colors are there? Okay, there are 7 colors, right? Can you tell me what are the 7 colors in short form? Okay, Abhiram. It can be written as, correct? Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Correct? So these are the 7 colors that we can see in white. Now my question is whether black is color or not. Whether black is color or not. So this is my question. ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡು ನೋಡ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಕಲರ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. Okay, so Namrata says black is color. Okay. What about others? So Smriti says black is a color. Okay. What about boys? Okay. But according to physics, black is not a color. Black is not a color because absence of a color is black. If there is no color, then it is black. If there is no light, then it is black. Correct? So according to physics, we call black as not a color. Okay. So black is not a color. Fine. So this is a mistake, but in black color alla anta. But generally we always say that black is a color, but it's not the case. Okay, fine. Now let's study about the mirrors. Now, okay. So mirror which reflects everything when you, for example, if you go in front of the mirror, what exactly happens? For example, if this is a mirror, okay, if this is a mirror, and if you come here, okay, what happens? The light will fall on you, and that light will go here. Okay, every light will go to the mirror, and that will reflect back, and that you can see from your eyes. Correct? So that's how you can see yourself in the mirror. Correct? Now there are two important types of mirrors. Two important types of mirrors. Let's study that mirrors. Okay. So first one is concave mirror. Second one is convex mirror. Now, generally, students will get confused with the concave and convex. Yadan bariyodu, which one is convex and which one is concave? So it's very easy to remember. So in this chapter, in light chapter, okay, everything, okay, everything starts from your left. Everything will start from your left. So when you go from your left side, okay, when you see a structure called kind of cave, then it is concave. This is how you can remember. Concave mirror. Okay. This is how you can remember. From your left, when you see cave structure, it is concave. The reverse of it is convex. The reverse of it is convex mirror. Okay. Now, how mirror will be there? Can you tell me whether mirror has two face or only one face? Can you see both sides in the mirror or only one side? Okay, Abhiram. What about others? It will have one face, correct? One face. Mirror ಒಂದೇ side ಇರೋದಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ನೋಡೋ side ಮಾತ್ರ, ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ ನೋಡಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. How? Because see, this is a front face of the mirror and this is coating for the, okay, this is a coating in such a way that light should not travel away from this, or light should not come out of this. So that's why we are coating one side of the mirror. So what happens when light comes here, it will reflect back, correct? But you observe your normal mirror. Okay, normal mirror is not a concave or convex, so it's a plane mirror. In plane mirror it will be like this, okay, like this, and one side it will be having a reflecting surface, the other side we have coated surface. It's a normal glass, there is nothing difference, but what we do at the back side, we coat with a mercury material so that you can see yourself in the mirror, because entire light will be reflected. So that's how mirror works, correct? But concave mirror, here you can see this bent structure. Same in the case of concave, but concave mirror surface is this, and this is a coating surface. So coating surface will always be on your right only. Okay, don't confuse, it's not in front of you. So ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿರರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾಣೋದು ಮುಖ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so these are the two types of mirror, concave mirror and convex mirror. Did you understand till here? Okay. Okay. Let's move on to the next topic now. That is, just give me a second. Okay. So here we have center of curvature. That is nothing but radius from this point to the center of the circle. Okay. So it is generally called C or R. We denote it as like this. But exactly at the center of this point, okay, between center and this, there will be one middle point, and that point is called focus. Or we can also call it as principal focus. What is focus? I will tell you. So do one experiment now in front of you. Take any one pen, okay, bring it to your eye, towards your eye. What happens when you come closer? When you bring it closer, what happens? Tell me what happens. When you bring it closer, blurred, okay. If you are here, and if you bring pen towards here, what happens? I could see, okay. Okay, Namrata. So you could see blurred image, correct? Why? Because there is no focus. I don't know whether you have used the DSLR camera or not. If you have used a DSLR camera, okay, you could see that if there is one, one person standing here, okay, and his picture will be blurred, then what you'll be do, you'll be focusing, you'll be changing the lens. I mean, you're just rotating the lens so that his face will be cleared. When you can see it very clearly, you can see it very clearly. How? That's because of the focus. So in the same way, here in a concave mirror, we have center of curvature, and at midpoint we have focus, where exact focus of the image or focus of the object will be seen. Like how you can see your pencil clearly. That we'll be studying in the next chapter, where see you can see anything away from your eye, at least with 25 centimeter away. If anything comes closer to 25 centimeter, then you cannot see it will look blurred. Okay. After 25 centimeter, your eye has infinite focusing length, because you can see how beautiful our eyes are. You just observe. Okay. See, you observe one of the any of the object near to you. Okay, just observe, and suddenly you take your eyesight to the any other object. Okay. Similarly, you can take your eyesight to the far object, but your eye will be focused immediately. It will not take much time. Correct? Immediately you can clearly see it. But imagine your mobile camera, imagine your DSLR camera. So it takes some time to focus the objects. Correct? So that is nothing but focus, the meaning of focus. Okay, fine. Hope you have understood the concept of focus. Okay, now observe this is nothing but sorry, this is nothing but, as I said, radius of curvature. See, radius of curvature R, this will be, so from here to here it is F, from here to here also it is F, because I told you that it's exactly half, the focal point is exactly half of the radius of the curvature. So that is nothing but ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಆದ ಕಾರಣ ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಎಫ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಎಫ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಆಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಹಾಫ್. ಸೊ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ, this radius of curvature, this entire value will be two times the focal length. Okay, this is called focal length. So radius of curvature, you should remember this formula. The radius of curvature is equal to 2 times the focal length. Okay, so this is a very important formula. So let's solve one of the problem now. Okay. Give me a second. I'll give you the problem. I could not see anything. Okay, I will solve that problem later. Okay, no problem. Now let's study something where how to put sign convention. See, you have to understand this very clearly. Okay, because most of the time students make mistakes in the problems here. They don't know where to put minus, where to put positive. So you should clearly observe. Okay, see, for example, sorry. Okay, see, for example, let's take this. X-axis, this is x-axis, correct? And this is y-axis. Now, what is the value here? It will be always plus, positive, correct? Similarly, what is the value here? It is always positive. What is the value here? It is always negative. What's the value here? It is always negative. Okay, this is a general Cartesian coordinate. Cartesian coordinate andre now x and y axis anna atara kariyadu. Okay. Now, so this is a basic that you need to understand. Okay, let it be as it is now. I will clear this. Okay, now let's see this. If you have a mirror like this, okay, and for example, if you have an object kept here, okay, for example, this is be a candle, okay, and let the image will be formed here. I'll put it here. Okay, image e tara form agide inverted. Now, see, there are important things to be remembered. First one, object distance. Object distance. Andre, from how far you have kept the object from the mirror. Okay, so that is object distance, and that will be always noted as u. Okay, next is image distance. What is image distance? It is noted as v, the distance of the image from the center, or we can call it as a pole, okay, from the center of the mirror. So it is not denoted as v. Next we have h, that is height of the object. So this is the object, so we can write it as h. H dash is height of the image, correct? So this is h dash. Understood? You should remember all these 4 points. Okay, first one, object distance u, next image distance v, next height of the object, h dash is height of the image. Now this has been easily drawn, but how to put a positive or negative sign? Now you have to observe. Now you introduce here, you introduce x-axis, y-axis like this to the exactly at the center. You keep a mirror. Now tell me, you have to tell me in the chat box. Okay. Now you have to tell me in the chat box whether object distance u is positive or negative. Object distance is positive or negative. See, I have kept okay, so 2 members answered. What about others? Okay, yes, it is negative. Why negative? Because see, this side, this entire end is negative. Well, so this value is negative. What about v, image distance, positive or negative? Image distance, positive or negative? So it is again negative. No, Abhiram, it's negative. See here, if you have image here, then it will be positive because this side is positive, right? Yeah. Can you tell me height of the object? Height of the object, this one, whether it is positive or negative? height of the object. Good, Abhiram. Good. So it is positive because this end. Alva. So this east side I'll note it's positive y-axis. What about height of the image? Positive or negative? It is negative. Now I will give you one more instance, and you have to do it now. Okay. For example, sorry. Now tell me what is U value, positive or negative, V value, H and H dash. Fast. You have to put on the chat box. Uh, Namrata, V wrong. Pavana, correct. Namrata, V wrong. Smriti, correct. You, correct. No, it's correct. Namrata, V positive, correct. Smriti, V positive, correct. Abhiram, no, Abhiram, last one is wrong. H dash is wrong. Namrata, correct. Correct. Okay. Okay. Correct. Very good. So if you understand how to identify this, then it's very, very easy. Okay. So object from here to here. So it is positive. Height of the image, it is positive. Height of the object is positive. Height of the image is positive. And V is here. So it is, this one is negative. Sorry, this one is negative. U is negative. This is positive, positive, positive. Did you understand how to identify it? Correct? Understand? Okay, great. Yeah, fine. Now I'll be sharing textbook. Concave mirror will be like this, correct? So if you incident light, okay, onto the concave mirror, what happens is entire light. This is a focus point, and this is the radius of curvature. Okay, the entire light will pass like this. Whatever the light you put like this, it will pass like this. That means all light will pass to this focal point. Okay, so that have been given here. Observe. See here, they have given like this. Okay. Similarly, if you keep, you know, the convex mirror like this, then everything will reflect back like this. Okay. So it is, so that's why there are two important names that you should remember. Concave mirror is always called as converging mirror. Remember, we call it as a converging mirror because all the light will converge to a one point. That's why we call it as a converging mirror. And this one, we call it as a diverging, diverging mirror. Why? Because all the light will be reflected and hence it will diverge away from the point. Hence we call it as a diverging mirror and a converging mirror. So you should know what is diverging mirror and what is converging mirror. Now how image will be formed? So in order to draw the images, you should remember the following important ray diagrams. First one. So when if you have a concave mirror like this, and if you apply, I mean, if you incident light like this, parallel to the line like this, then it will always pass through the focal point. This first point you should remember. Okay, when you pass light parallelly to the line, then it will definitely pass through the focal point. Similarly, I'll do this next. Similarly, observe here. When if you have a lens like this, I mean mirror like this, and this is a focal point, and this is a center of curvature, right? So if you pass light to a focal point, sorry, if you pass light to a focal point, then it will reflect back like this. This you should remember. Okay. And next one, if you apply light to the center of curvature, okay, if you enter center of curvature, it will reflect back in the same direction. Okay. So remember, we have done three steps now. First one, what? When you apply like this, and it will pass through the focal point. When you apply to the focal point, it will reflect back like this. And when you apply light to a center of the curvature, then it will come back like this. Okay. So the last point is when you apply light to the pole, right? When you apply light or incident light to the pole, so it will reflect back like this with an angle 45 degree. Okay, so this is called, I mean, this is very important to draw the ray diagram. So this will not ask for the exam, but next one, what we'll be doing is there we have to draw the ray diagrams. ಆ ರೇ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಈ 4 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸಿ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ ಇಟ್ ಅಗೈನ್ ನೌ ಫಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕನ್ವೀನಿಯನ್ಸ್. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ವೈಟ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ನೌ. ಸಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, what happens when you apply light parallelly like this? So where it will pass, tell me on the chat box where it will pass. Very good, Abhiram. Very good, Smriti. So it will go to the fourth. Similarly, when you apply to the focus, what happens? It will reflect back. Correct? And if you apply or if you incident light to the center of curvature, sorry, if you apply light to the center of curvature, now what happens? What happens now? Very good, Abhiram. So it will reflect back in the same direction. Okay, so these are the three important ones. And the fourth one also you should remember what happens when you apply to the pole like this. So it will be looking like this. Okay, so this is for this four important properties you should remember. Fine. Let's draw the ray diagram. Okay, ray diagram andre, for example, if you have concave mirror like this and you are keeping candle at infinite distance, then all light will come parallelly like this because it's at infinite distance. So now what happens? All the light will, where it will go? Where it will go? All passes through which point? Focal point. Correct? All will pass to the focal point like this. Correct? This is in the case of infinite distance. So that you can see focus where you can see a point size. For example, if you place candle like this, you could see only point, just point image. Okay, this is the first case. Now, let's come forward. Okay, if you have, sorry, for this you need to use scale and pen, I mean, scale. Okay, then it will be very easy. Nan ಮಾಡೋಕ್ ಸರಿ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ as I'm not measuring the value, because see, center and focal value, this should be exactly half alva. So that you have to measure by using the scale. If that is correct, then you can draw easily. I might make some mistake, okay, as I'm not using any scale here. Okay, now I'm keeping candle here. Now, what you have to do is you can take only, only two rays. Any two rays you can take. So you know two rays. You have studied four, alva, but you can take two rays. The first one I will take this parallel. Where it will go? It will go to the focal point. Okay. Next one I will take center of curvature. Okay, next I will take center of curvature. So what happens? This will go here and it will come back. Now, when these two rays, see, it started from the same point, and when they two meet each other, okay, there you can see the tip of the candle. There you can see the tip of the candle. Okay, so that's how image will be formed. So that is between C and F. Remember, see, these two light rays started from here, correct? When they two meet each other, so they two are meeting here. Okay, here you can see the tip of the candle and this. Okay, so this is the first one. First one. Let's do with the second one. Second one, what we are doing is you're bringing candle, I'm sorry, candle, and keeping exactly in C, exactly above the C. Now what happens? You're taking parallel, sorry, where it will go? It will go here, correct? Like this. And one more, next one, ಯಾವ ತಗೋತೀರಾ? C ತಗೊಳಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ? It's not possible to take C. Why? Because if you see ಇದೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಇಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಈ ತರ ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಬುಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತಾ, ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತಾ ಬೆಳಕು? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? So it's not possible for you to take C. So what I can take F, correct? So if I take F, see, actually it will pass through here. Okay, see. What happens? It will come like this. Actually, it will come exactly below the, say, I will show you in the textbook now. See here. First, this one we have done, and this one also we have done. See here, the first light is coming like this, and it will go here. The second light will come like this, and will go here. So they two meet here, so that exactly below C you can see the candle image. Next one, you're bringing candle between C and F. See here. So initially candle was away at infinity, and you are bringing near, but it's bit away from C. Next, you are keeping candle exactly at C. Now between C and F. Again, you are taking two. One is parallel like this. Correct? That will pass through the focal point. One more you can take C because you are away from the C, right? So if you take C, what happens? It will come back here. So it will meet here. So that image will be formed here. This is a fourth case. Fifth case, you are keeping exactly at F. Nodi, exactly at F. Okay. So what happens? One, you can take this parallel like this. So it will pass through focal point. Next one, you can take C. C. Correct? Like this. One is like this, and one more is C. These two never meet each other. Correct? These two never meet each other because two lines are parallel. Hence, image is formed at infinity. Okay, this is one more case. The last case is you are keeping candle even more away from F. So you are keeping between pole and focal point. So here what happens? Now you are taking the last option in 4. The light passes through the fold. It will reflect back like this. Correct? And one more is C. So that if you extend this, it will meet at one point. So that is the image. Illi nodi real ag meet agalla. You are just extending the line and you are making to meet up these two lines. Hence, this is a virtual image. It's not or imaginary. It's not the real image. Okay. So these are the 4 things that you can remember. See, that's why we have studied these 4 important steps. Okay. By using that, we could do this particular ray diagram. See, in exam, they will ask. How they will ask? They will ask. They will ask. Draw the ray diagram. Draw the ray diagram where the candle or object is kept away. Object kept away from the center of curvature. That means yaudu first case. Sometimes they might ask the object or candle placed between C and F. Then you have to do this. They might ask exactly at C. Then you have to do this. Sorry, first one is this away from the center. Sorry, center of curvature. Exactly at center of curvature and between center of curvature and focal length. So they might ask like this. Then you should be able to draw this. Okay. So now your task is please draw this before coming to the next class so that it will be easy for you to solve the problems. See, we have problems in this chapter and it's very, very, very important. Okay. Yeah. I will end class here now, as of now. And let's, continue with same thing in the next.